The OPD event at U-Haul has grown. A few days ago, I was mailed court documents informing me that the City Prosecutor was charging me with 3 counts, one being assault in the 4th degree.
2 days later.
Mr. Farley and I have had a discussion in the courtroom. He's advised me that he is asking for a continuance 1 month so that he can hire counsel and have that counsel appear at arraignment.
4 to 6 weeks later.
Have you able to retain counsel?
I looked into it. I got some record requests back from the police department, and I think it would save all of us a lot of time. It's cut and dry from my opinion. I have evidence from body camera footage. I have evidence from...
Okay, I don't want to get into all of that yet. I just need to ask if you want to have or you want to proceed without an attorney this morning for your arraignment, I guess is my question for you.
Folks, there is so much unfolding every single day, and I'm here to bring you the information as quickly as possible. If you enjoyed the content in today's video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. As always, I truly appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, and I hope to see you on the next one. Have yourself a fabulous day, and take care.
Can't stop, won't stop, never stop. Can't stop, won't stop, never.
He drove past close enough that I had to jump back against the truck.
Oh, let's see that again.
He came like this and then pointed straight and hit the gas. And I had to jump back to get out of the way of his truck.
Let's see that again.
I'm standing right here, and rather than come this way, he came like this and then pointed straight and hit the gas. And I had to jump back to get out of the way of his truck.
I don't think we need to see that again. All right, let's see that again.
Came like this and then pointed straight and hit the gas. And I had to jump back to get out of the way of his truck. He pulled his truck out, and I'm standing right here. And rather than come this way, he came like this and then pointed straight and hit the gas. And I had to jump back to get out of the way of his truck. As soon as his truck came by, I slapped the top of the tonneau cover. I didn't kick the truck, didn't punch, didn't leave any scratches, no dents. He stopped immediately, jumped out of the car. I told him, don't do this, get the hell away from me, I'll beat your ass. And he grabbed me, and I held my monopod up to protect myself. He grabbed my monopod, so I slammed him up against the truck, threw him on the ground, and then kicked him.
So we recently got this email in from PNWT Transparency. Is there any chance you have litigation contacts? The OPD event at U-Haul has grown. A few days ago, I was mailed court documents informing me that the City Prosecutor was charging me with 3 counts, one being assault in the 4th degree. They gave me less than a week to prepare. My arraignment is day after tomorrow early morning, i.e. being Wednesday, July 12th. I honestly have no idea what's going to happen Wednesday. Amazing how I get attacked twice and results end with me being trespassed and charged with 3 counts. Now I might actually be thrown in jail for taking pictures in public.
2 days later.
So Mr. Russ, I'll let you call the next case.
Thank you. That's number 2 on the 8 a.m. and this is Jeremiah Farley, 202-3460. Mr. Farley has declined to speak with an attorney in the Fort Long tablet area, so he probably needs to be given his rights on the record.
Okay. Mr. Farley, if you want to have a seat there.
Unless it's no matter of advice or rights form or something.
And I'm sorry, Your Honor, Mr. Farley and I have had a discussion in the courtroom. He's advised me that he is asking for a continuance 1 month so that he can hire counsel and have that counsel appear at arraignment. City does not object to that at this time. Parties have discussed dates. We are proposing August 16th at 8 a.m. To reset arraignment.
Okay. Is that your request, Mr. Farley?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, we can do that then. We'll reset for arraignment. So, I'm sorry, what was the date? August
16th at 8 a.m., Your Honor.
All right, and you're in agreement with that date?
Yes,
okay.
sir.
All right, so we can do that then. So, and city's not asking to establish probable cause or anything to do?
Not at this time, Your Honor. I'd reserve that for the arraignment.
Okay. All right, So we'll do that then. Okay. So August 16th at 8 a.m. is going to be your next court date. If you go over to the clerk, she's going to give you a copy of this order that has that information on it. And then you can appear either in person or by Zoom. That's your decision.
Okay.
Okay. So if you just want to go over to the clerk there, she'll give you that notice. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
4 to 6 weeks later.
All right, good morning. Who are we ready on?
Good morning, Your Honor. If we could first start with Jeremiah Farley, who is in the courtroom and was set for the 8 a.m. Calendar.
All right, Mr. Farley, you want to come forward and have a seat at the table up here? Good morning.
Morning.
Your Honor, well, Mr. Farley is coming up. He was in court last month. This was a summoned arraignment. He was present, indicated at that time to me that he wished to look into hiring counsel. So the court set over the arraignment 1 month. I'm not sure what the position is this morning, so I would defer to Mr. Farley.
All right, Mr. Farley, what's your position on, have you able to retain counsel?
I looked into it. I got some record requests back from the police department, and I think it would save all of us a lot of time. It's cut and dry, from my opinion. I have evidence from body camera footage. I have evidence from...
Okay, I don't want to get into all of that yet. I just need to ask if you want to have or do you want to proceed without an attorney this morning for your arraignment, I guess is my question for you.
If I could jump in, Mr. Farley, I can just stand by as courtesy counsel, which is what I do for everybody anyway. You absolutely have a constitutional right to represent yourself. But just to make this a little easier as far as this stage of the process for arraignment, would you have an issue with me just representing you on this one point? Again, not saying that you're going to get appointed counsel or anything else like that. You still, yes, you have that right to represent yourself. But it would just make things more expedient to arraign you if I can stand in as courtesy counsel for this purpose only. Is that all right?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. So just to call the case, it is Jeremiah Farley, 202-3460. And just to reiterate, Matt Rusnak, courtesy counsel for purposes of this hearing only. We will stipulate the probable cause. Obviously, he hasn't screened out either way, but he has indicated he's probably going to proceed pro se. That being said, he did not want to speak with me, but I think he may have filled out an advice of right sheet, a form, and the court may have that.
Did you fill out a advice?
I haven't filled it out because this wasn't my plan to begin with, so, but I do have the forms.
Have you looked at all the rights there on arraignment?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, do you have any questions about your rights there?
On this sheet?
Right.
No, sir.
Okay. And
further formal reading, entering a plea of not guilty.
All right, Mr.
On all counts, excuse me.
Yes. Is your true full name Jeremiah Shane Farley?
Yes, sir.
Date of birth of May 11th, 1979?
Yes, sir.
All right. I will enter pleas of not guilty for you on 3 counts, disorderly conduct, endangerment, 4th degree assault, and pedestrian interference, obstructing pedestrian or vehicle traffic. And I will enter those pleas of not guilty. We'll be setting some dates in just a moment for you. And there's been a stipulation of probable cause. So what we'll do at this point is I'll hear from the prosecutor regarding what your conditions of release will be. And then I'll hear from Mr. Rusnak. If there's anything you want to tell me, I can hear from you as well this morning on that. Ms. Hewitson, regarding conditions of release.
Thank you, Your Honor. The city would have no objection to a PR release, given that that Mr. Farley is present in the courtroom today. I would ask for the conditions of no criminal law violations, that he have no contact as a condition of release with William Blaylock, and I can spell that for the court when we get to the judgment and sentence, and that further he not go to the U-Haul, which was the location of the incident, and I'm just pulling that police report up so I can get the specific address. and that is at 2516 Martin Way. And again, I can repeat that for the court when we get to the judgment and sentence. I did have a conversation with Mr. Blaylock. He is not requesting a formal anti-harassment order or a no contact order. So we're simply asking for the condition of that as a condition of release. Further, I would ask that this be set onto a private pretrial calendar if Mr. Farley is planning to continue to represent himself.
All right. All right, Mr. Rusnick?
Those conditions are reasonable, no objection. Mr. Farley, you understand that you have to stay out of and off of that U-Haul property.
Quick question. Where I was at the U-Haul property?
Okay, no, we're not going to talk about things like that. Anything you say right now is being recorded.
I got it.
The prosecutor can use it against you later. You may unwittingly say something that compromises your defense.
Okay.
And so you are, I will impose the conditions that are kind of agreed upon here. No contact with William Blaylock. And Ms. Houston, is that B-L-A-Y-L-O-C-K?
Your Honor, I believe, yes,
No.
just as it sounds.
Okay. And then not to go upon the property of U-Haul. And that is the U-Haul, I guess, on Martin Way. I think we can add that. Not to have any criminal law violations while this matter is pending, and return for your court dates. We'll give you your court date in just a moment. And the most important thing here is I'm going to release you on your own recognizance, meaning you won't have to post any bail, assuming you continue to abide by these conditions while this case goes forward. And we'll give you copies of your order here that tells you when your next court date is going to be, and that is going to be October 3rd at 1:15.
And I'm sorry, Your Honor, if Mr. Farley is representing himself, for purposes of discovery, the city would request that he provide a mailing address to Madam Clerk today. That way we can send discovery in the mail along with an offer, as is our normal policy when folks are representing themselves. If he also wants to provide an email address, we can send discovery that way, whatever he feels is appropriate. But if he can leave that contact information with Madam Clerk, the city can send that discovery out this week.
All right. So, Mr. Farley, that's what I'll ask you to do. We have an address for you on Hoadley Street. Is that correct? And if you want to leave your email address, if you want to get the information from the prosecution that way, you can leave it with the clerk here on your way out of the courtroom. Any questions, sir?
Ask him.
Okay.
I guess not, no.
All right. All right. Well, I will sign these conditions of release. And as I mentioned, you'll get a copy of this on your way out. And if you do want to leave your email address over there, you can do so. If not, we'll make sure the prosecution mails it to your address there on Hoadley Street. All right. You are free to leave the courtroom. Just stop at the window on the way out.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Good luck to you, sir.
I know my rights.